And this next fight, somehow we went from Carlos Oberg taking on Jamal Hill to Carlos Oberg taking on Anthony Smith to now Anthony Smith taking on a middleweight Roman Dolidze. So been a crazy booking situation for this fight, but shout out to both these guys for stepping up and getting in there. And interesting matchup here. I mean, Anthony Smith, quick win his last one where Vitor Petrino kind of made that mistake, gave him the guillotine, and Smith went home with 2 paychecks and no damage. So at this point in his career, that was one of the best case scenarios he could have had happen for him. And Roman Dolidze fought Imavov in his last fight. It looked horrible in my opinion. I mean, I feel like that was a really bad performance from him. I don't know what was the problem there. I mean, looked stiff from the beginning, no real offense. He had a lot of clinch control time just holding him off against the cage, but even when he was there, he wasn't doing anything. So I just thought it was a really bad performance after some solid performances from Dolidze that maybe showed his ceiling a little bit in terms of his striking level. But now he's coming back up to 205. Maybe that lack of a weight cut will make him look better. I know there's like all these rumblings and stories that the guy's a beast in the gym. So if he can bring that out on fight night, and he has another fight, I don't want to say, his career's been good, but it's just, I don't know exactly how he's going to look here. Short notice, up a weight class, having a horrible performance his last fight. It's a hard one for me with him. And with Anthony Smith, too. I mean, the guy's taking a lot of damage. You don't know how he's going to look fight to fight. And Anthony Smith could also come in here and look bad on short notice. But Anthony Smith, even though it's short notice for him, he was in camp training with Jamal Hill to fight Oberg. And then he knew that he was going to fight Oberg a little earlier than Dolidze knew he was going to fight Anthony. So he's had a little bit more time. I think he's probably going to be a little bit better shape, more technical and prepared. But from a stylistic perspective, if Anthony can land that jab and the straight shots, he should have success. I feel like Dolidze loads up a lot on these overhands and wild hooks, and I think Smith could avoid the majority of those strikes. Dolidze is a decent kicker, but I don't know if he's going to have that kick speed or just the range to land kicks on a guy like Anthony Smith. The leg kicks could potentially be a factor because obviously Smith has never really learned how to check kicks or defend kicks, but leg kicks. But Dolidze has never came in with that type of game plan before, and I don't know if he's going to do it here. Obviously, both these guys are black belts. I think Roman's a lot better grappler, more dangerous, but Roman, he's strong, like he can hold you in the clinch, but in the clinch I think Anthony has better weapons. He's obviously going to be bigger, and I don't think that Roman has great wrestling. I don't know if he's going to be able to take Anthony down. If he does, Anthony settles on his back and plays jiu-jitsu, and he's not very good at getting submissions off bottom, so that's a bad position for him in this fight. I think Roman could ride it out and win rounds that way, but Roman's not necessarily a good top player either. Most of his submissions are like leg locks or submissions from his full guard. So, both guys aren't necessarily known for getting on top and riding guys out. But if it plays out standing like I think it will, I just think Anthony is a little more technical. He's going to be the bigger guy. And I see Anthony Smith getting this victory here. But at this point in Anthony Smith's career, even as the underdog, I could never kind of bet him, I don't think. I know he came through for people his last fight and looked good, but it's a trepidatious prediction, but I think Anthony Smith is the better fighter in this matchup, more well-rounded, and he'll win this one via decision.